right, Kevin Durant, let's start with the easy one. Why the Golden State Warriors for you?
I just felt like the fit was perfect. I felt like the guys complimented each other, and I feel like I complement their games as well. And, the change of something that I was looking forward to the challenge of. And, this is the best team I could, take on that challenge with. Guys that were hungry, who had a great regular season, but didn't finish off the job. And I could tell that they were upset about it. And, I just wanted to be a part of that.
I know you've had a lot of great accolades throughout your career. How can they make you a better player?
I just think just pushing me, guys that on the same level as me, that want the same things, and I feel like they could just push me to be the better player. I think any player that I've played with so far has made me better. Just a new set of guys, I think that can help me grow my game.
In the Players Tribune, you wrote about searching growth as a man.
Yeah.
Can you define that now that you've made this move officially?
I just felt it was time for me to make decisions based on how I felt. Opposed to making them based on how everyone else felt. And I think that was a huge step for me personally. That's a whole nother story we'll talk about down the line. But I just felt that it was important for me to really be open-minded and really listen to these guys and to everybody who came and talked to me. But I felt like they stood out the most because they were so real and honest and genuine. And as far as my growth as a person, not worrying about what everybody else on the outside says, I think that's the next step for me to just block all that noise out and just, get back to just playing pure, fun basketball.
When you think of the basketball side of this and you put the pieces together, what do you see? How do you make them a 73-win team? How do you make them better?
I felt like I said, they felt like something was missing. After they lost the championship, I felt like a part of them left, when they lost that championship. After a historic year, great year, so many great accolades, for these guys. I felt like they had a part of them missing because they didn't win the title. And, 73 wins is great. It's something that doesn't come around too often. But that wasn't their championship. And I can tell, the moment I met all of those guys, from Mr. Lake up to Bob to Coach Kerr and the rest of the guys, I just felt like that wasn't satisfying to them. They didn't care about 73 wins. That's for everybody else, and they wanted it. They wanted the title, and I felt that hunger.
A lot of people want to know about the meeting and how it went about with Coach Kerr, Bob Myers, Joe Lacob. Let's use that portion of the meeting. What did you like about that? What was their message to you?
Well, they said, first of all, they wanted me. This was a mutual interest. It wasn't that it wasn't like I came banging on the door and said, "Bob, please sign me." I was intrigued about how they played the game of basketball. I thought it was too good to be true how well they liked each other, and so they really didn't have to pitch me. They didn't pitch me. They just told me how things work in the organization, and how things flow here, and how everybody, moves as a family. And I felt that energy, and I felt that vibe, and it was something I felt like it was pulling me towards it, and I wanted to try that feeling out. I wanted to test that instinct out and see if it really works. And we don't know. Today is the first day of it all, so I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm willing to take that chance.
And you had that phone conversation with Jerry West.
Yeah.
What questions did you have for him?
Well, he talked a lot about how I could fit in, and how these guys are selfless, and how they didn't care about who's the guy who gets the headlines. It's all about enjoying each other and playing to win and playing for one another, and I felt that.
Did you think about did you see his call come in and you go, I'm going to let it go to voicemail?
No, I didn't.
Come on, tell me. At one point you thought, I'm going to let it go to voicemail.
You know what? I actually did think about it. I was like, man, I didn't talk to so many people at this point, man, but it was a logo. If it was anybody else in the organization, maybe I would have been like, all right, I'll talk to you guys a little later. But it was a logo. I had to, I wanted to learn some knowledge from him as well. We just didn't talk about the Warriors. We just talked about basketball as well. And, asked him a couple times about his experiences as a player so long ago, and how he approaches being, a huge basketball figure. He's one of the greatest basketball minds in the history of our game. So to pick his brain a little bit was impressive. He was impressive, and it was fun to get to know him a little bit.
How did your group and your family help you go through this process and make a decision?
Well, they just told me what to what to factor in. We looked at the pros and cons of each situation, and I didn't want to make a decision, because I didn't want people to be mad at me, and I didn't think that was fair to myself. And I wanted to be fair to me. I wanted to think about me, and I wanted to, kind of, see where I can go with this as far as, all right, I wrap my mind around maybe I can move on and go to another team. And they just gave me confidence to think that way, and it's hard when you got so many people looking up to you, counting on you, and expecting you to do certain things. And they told me to just follow my heart, follow my gut, and that's what I did.
How did your relationship with Steph Curry develop? Where did it start? How has it grown?
Well, in 2010, playing on a world team in Turkey, in Istanbul, I always admired just the way he moved, the way he approached the game, the way he loved the game, and the way he approached his teammates. It was no ego involved, and it drew me to him. Him and Dre that summer, and we was kind of together all the time. We were either found our way to eat at the same table or go shoot at the same court, go to chapel. It just felt like that relationship was just so natural, and it felt good to be around great people like that. And so just knowing him and following his career since then, he's made himself into a heck of a player and someone I'm enjoy playing with.
This will be quite a transformative summer, the summer of 2016, when you look back at your life.
Yeah.
You make a big professional decision. You'll also be a big part of the Olympic process. How important is that process to you and your growth, being one of the faces of the Olympic team?
Oh, man, my life has changed. On July 4th, 2016, my life changed. It's nothing bad, or it's nothing bad about it at all. Just the attention that comes with this whole deal changed my life a bit, and the decision I made obviously changed my life. So that was different, and that was unexpected. But to be the face, I wouldn't say the face, because we all do it together.
A face, you'll be one of them.
To be a face on an Olympic team, represent your country, man, it's just an amazing honor, and I'm looking forward to getting down to Rio and trying to win another gold medal, especially with two of my new teammates.
Before you go to Rio, you have a couple of practice games, and one of them happens to be in Oakland. Did you realize that?
How ironic is that, right?
Yeah, I know.
So,
are you looking forward to that? What are you looking forward to doing, stepping on that floor, knowing that is your future home?
Yeah, just knowing I'm playing in front of my home fans now. It's gonna be it's different. Like walking in here and flying in here and landing in Oakland, it's a whole different feel. I don't even know what to think. So I'm sure once they call my name, for the USA exhibition game, I don't even know what to think right now. I'm just looking forward to whatever happens.
I want to circle back as we get ready to wrap this up. I want to circle back to the question I asked from the Players Tribune, where you said you're searching for growth as a man. How has this process helped you come closer to that answer of finding out that search that you want to have? It's
so fulfilling doing something that you want to do, and considering yourself first. I come from a family where it's, we all we relied on is each other, and making it to this point, I've supported my family so much, and for them to support me and really force me to think about what I wanted deep down inside, it's refreshing to know I have such great people around me, and so I made this decision. Which I didn't know, I didn't think I would make coming into this thing, but I made this decision that I knew everybody would hate it. I knew everybody would look at me different as a basketball player, and it was hard to wrap my mind around that, because that's why I play the game. I want my peers to respect me. I want the greats to respect me. I want fans to respect what I do, and I know that's diminished a bit, and I know that they won't never look at me the same, and that's the hard part for me, because I care about that stuff. Basketball is my life, and I want to be respected on the court. But I knew that I couldn't consider that, because that would be cheating myself, and that would be selling myself short. So I thought about what I wanted to do, and I did it.